Today's lesson is to complement the previous lessons on the Turkish getup, and this is to give you some more information about performing the getup with a squat style as opposed to the more common lunge position. So now we're getting into this locked out position overhead, and you're going to transition into the squat. The squat is a great variation if you have any discomfort in the knee where the lunge puts pressure on that rear knee. Here you can eliminate that knee pressure. However, at the same time, if you have pain in the knee, you may also experience difficulty getting into that deep squat position. So one of the keys is to really be strong with this rear hand and push, elevating so that you have the clearance. Okay, so you have the clearance to be able to set that foot. Keeping the lockout. Now, one of the difficulties you may have once you get to here is with the upper back mobility or the thoracic mobility. And so if you're lacking the mobility there and you don't have the right position, as you transfer forward, it's possible that you can lose control of that kettlebell where the shoulder starts rounding forward. And so it's going to be important from here to find the position so that you can maintain that upright, locked out arm, which may require for you to rotate your torso slightly towards this upper hand here. Okay? And so just rotating and opening a little bit so you can get into a more comfortable position, noticing that the load is maintaining vertical alignment over your base. To work further in that position, you want to get a kettlebell and weigh yourself down. So one that is a little bit heavier than the weight that you're using overhead. This is going to be an anchor. And so from this position, you will go into the overhead squat and you will anchor and hold yourself here. And now you're just going to make some adjustments until you feel like you have that stability. Okay. Also very important to be mindful of your knees. Your knees are going to stay tracking vertically over your feet. Okay. And in my opinion, it is not a necessity that you must keep your toes forward, because if you're lacking the hip mobility, you may not be able to maintain forward toes and maintain the knees over. A lot of times the tension here will create this inward stress, and that's going to put a lot of pressure on the knees. Therefore, you may feel more comfortable opening. And by opening the feet, it's going to allow you to open the hips and open the knees. And so you can maintain a stable position where there's not going to be any discomfort in the knees. So you need to play around with the foot position, find the position that works for you. Lift yourself up. Place this down. Now ease yourself forward, pushing off with that rear hand, and find that balance. Once you have the balance here, you stand it up. Now, same thing on the way down. If you feel like you're restricted keeping that forward position, you can simply open up and rotate a little bit towards that upper hand so that you can find that stable position. So those are some additional tips for you to be able to work into that deep squat, and really pay attention to, from this position, allowing your body to open as much as it needs so that you can maintain that balance throughout the squat position. As always, feel free to leave your questions. If you have any feedback and comment, I welcome that as well, and look forward to having you join me for the next lesson.